listeners, this is a podcast for English learners. We're here to talk about how we can create the best environment for living. My name is Emma, and I'm excited to discuss this with you.
Hi, I'm John. We're going to share simple ideas to help make our living spaces healthier and better. Let's get started.
A clean environment is very important. We should always try to keep our homes clean and tidy. Cleaning can stop germs from spreading and keep us healthy. Simple tasks like sweeping and dusting every day can make a big difference.
Yes, Emma, that's true. Also, we should think about recycling. We use a lot of things every day, like plastic bottles and paper. If we recycle these, we can help the planet and reduce waste. It's an easy way to protect our environment.
Another important thing is to reduce water waste. We can save water by turning off the tap when brushing our teeth or taking shorter showers. These small actions help save water and keep our environment healthy for the future.
I agree, Emma. We should also think about saving electricity. Turning off lights when we don't need them and unplugging devices can help save energy. This not only helps the environment, but also reduces our electricity bills.
Yes, John, using natural light during the day can help too. If we open our curtains and let sunlight into our homes, we can save energy and create a bright, cheerful space to live in. It's good for our mood as well.
That's a great point. Planting trees or small plants around our homes is also helpful. Plants clean the air, provide oxygen, and make our surroundings look beautiful. Even small plants inside the house can improve the air quality.
Absolutely, John. Another way to make our environment better is by walking or biking instead of driving when we can. This reduces air pollution and helps us stay healthy by exercising. It's a win-win for us and the environment.
That's right, Emma. We should also reduce the use of plastic bags. Instead, we can carry reusable bags when shopping. This simple habit can cut down on plastic waste and keep our environment cleaner.
Another idea is to buy local food. When we buy food that's grown nearby, it reduces the need for transportation, which cuts down on pollution. Plus, local food is often fresher and supports local farmers.
Good point, Emma. And don't forget about composting. Instead of throwing away food scraps, we can turn them into compost to help plants grow. It reduces waste and gives back to the soil in a natural way.
Yes, composting is a great idea. We can also avoid using harmful chemicals in our homes. Natural cleaning products, like vinegar or baking soda, are safer for us and the environment. They clean just as well without polluting the air or water.
That's a good suggestion, Emma. We should also encourage others to take care of the environment. Talking to our friends and family about recycling, saving water, and using less energy can spread good habits to more people.
Definitely, John. Even simple things like turning off the electronics when we're not using them can help save energy. If everyone does their part, it will make a big difference for our environment and future generations.
Exactly, Emma. We should also think about using public transportation when possible. Buses and trains can carry more people at once, which means fewer cars on the road and less pollution in the air.
Yes, that's very true. And speaking of transportation, carpooling is another great idea. When we share rides with friends or coworkers, we save fuel and reduce the number of cars on the road. It's also a fun way to travel together.
That's a great idea, Emma. We should also think about how we can reuse things. Instead of throwing away old clothes or furniture, we can donate them or repurpose them. This helps reduce waste and gives new life to old items.
Absolutely, John. And when it comes to food, we can reduce waste by planning our meals. If we only buy what we need and store it properly, we won't waste food. It's a simple way to help the environment and save money.
Yes, Emma, we can also start a small garden, even if we live in an apartment. Growing herbs, vegetables, or flowers at home is good for the environment, and it can be a fun and healthy hobby for us too.
That's a great idea, John. Another important point is to reduce our use of paper. We can use digital documents instead of printing them. This helps save trees and reduces paper waste, which is good for the environment.
Yes, Emma, it's also helpful to use energy-efficient appliances. These appliances use less electricity and water, which helps reduce our energy bills and is better for the environment.
Another idea is to buy products that last longer. Instead of buying cheap things that break easily, we should invest in quality items. This way, we create less waste and spend less money in the long run.
I agree, Emma. It's also important to reduce air pollution at home. We can do this by using natural air fresheners, like plants or essential oils, instead of chemical sprays. It keeps the air inside our homes cleaner.
That's a great tip, John. And when it comes to cleaning, using reusable cloths instead of paper towels can help reduce waste. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference for the environment.
Absolutely, Emma. We should also try to use less water for washing. For example, washing clothes in cold water saves energy, and using a full load in the washing machine or dishwasher helps reduce water waste.
Yes, John. And we should also think about the materials we use at home. Choosing eco-friendly materials like bamboo or recycled products helps reduce the impact on our environment. It's a simple way to live more SUSDA and EBLY. Another great idea is to reduce our food waste by storing leftovers properly. Instead of throwing food away, we can freeze it or use it for another meal. By planning meals carefully and not overbuying, we waste less food. This not only helps the environment, but also saves us money in the long run.
That's a smart tip, Emma. We should also support eco-friendly companies. By buying products from companies that care about the environment, we encourage better practices. Look for products with labels like organic or sustainably sourced to make eco-friendly choices.
Exactly, John. We can also make a difference by choosing to walk or ride a bike instead of driving short distances. Not only does this reduce air pollution, but it's also a good way to stay healthy. If more people walked or biked, our cities would be cleaner and less congested.
That's true, Emma. Another tip is to reduce the amount of plastic we use. Instead of buying bottled water, we can use a reusable water bottle. Small changes like these reduce the amount of plastic waste in our environment and help keep our oceans clean.
I agree, John. We should also think about the energy we use for heating and cooling our homes. Setting the thermostat a few degrees lower in winter and higher in summer can save a lot of energy. Using fans and wearing warm clothes can help us stay comfortable without wasting energy.
Yes, Emma, installing energy-efficient windows can help too. These windows keep heat in during the winter and cool air in during the summer, reducing the need for heating and cooling. It's a great investment for both comfort and the environment.
Another idea is to reduce paper use by switching to digital. We can read books, magazines, and even newspapers online. This not only saves trees but also reduces the energy and water used in paper production. It's a simple way to help the environment every day.
That's a great point, Emma. We can also reduce waste by repairing things instead of throwing them away. Whether it's fixing a leaky faucet or mending clothes, repairing items can extend their life and prevent them from ending up in landfills.
Absolutely, John. Another way to make our environment better is by choosing local produce. Local food doesn't have to travel far, which reduces pollution from transportation. Plus, it supports local farmers and businesses, making our communities stronger.
I love that idea, Emma. We can also save energy by washing clothes in cold water and air drying them when possible. It's a simple habit that can reduce our energy bills and protect the environment at the same time.
Yes, and when it comes to our bathrooms, we can install low-flow shower heads and toilets to reduce water usage. These simple changes can save gallons of water every day, helping conserve water resources and protect the planet.
Another smart tip, Emma, we should also use eco-friendly cleaning products that don't contain harmful chemicals. These products are better for the environment and safer for our health. Look for natural cleaners made from ingredients like vinegar or baking soda.
Absolutely, John. Reducing noise pollution is important too. We can use quieter appliances, lower the volume on electronics, and choose quieter activities at home. A quieter environment can reduce stress and create a more peaceful living space.
That's a great point, Emma. We should also make use of reusable containers for food storage. Instead of using plastic wrap or disposable containers, switching to glass or stainless steel containers can reduce waste and keep our food fresher for longer.
Yes, John, we can also make a positive impact by avoiding fast fashion. Instead of buying cheap clothes that wear out quickly, we can invest in high-quality pieces that last longer. This reduces waste and supports more sustainable clothing brands.
Another idea is to grow a small vegetable garden. Even if we don't have a yard, we can grow herbs or small plants in pots. Growing our own food not only saves money, but also reduces the need for packaging and transportation, which is better for the environment.
That's a great suggestion, John. We should also reduce single-use items like paper plates and cups and choose reusable alternatives instead. Using real dishes and utensils can reduce a lot of waste and create less trash in landfills.
Absolutely, Emma. And for those of us who love coffee, using a reusable coffee cup instead of a disposable one can help reduce waste. It's a small change that, when done regularly, can have a big impact on reducing the amount of plastic and paper waste.
Yes, John. Another tip is to avoid overpackaged products. Many items come with lots of plastic and unnecessary packaging. Choosing products with less packaging helps reduce waste and sends a message to companies to use more sustainable options.
That's a good idea, Emma. We can also make a difference by donating items we no longer use. Instead of throwing things away, donating clothes, furniture, or electronics can help others and reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills.
Exactly, John. We should also be mindful of what we buy. Instead of buying things we don't need, we can think carefully about our purchases. Reducing unnecessary buying helps reduce waste and saves money in the long run.
Another way to help the environment is by using public transportation or carpooling when possible. This reduces the number of cars on the road and lowers emissions. It's a simple step that can make a big difference for cleaner air.
I agree, John. We can also reduce our carbon footprint by eating less meat and more plant-based foods. Livestock farming creates a lot of greenhouse gases, so even just having one meat-free day a week can help the environment.
That's a great idea, Emma. Another way to save energy is by using energy-efficient light bulbs. LED bulbs use less electricity and last much longer than traditional bulbs, which helps both the environment and our wallets.
Absolutely, John. We should all do our part by making small changes in our everyday lives. Whether it's recycling, saving energy, or reducing waste, every little step we take helps create a better environment for us and future generations. Another important action is planting trees. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, provide oxygen, and help combat climate change. Even planting 1 or 2 trees in your yard or participating in local tree planting programs can make a big difference. Plus, trees provide shade and improve the beauty of our surroundings.
That's a fantastic idea, Emma. We should also focus on conserving water by taking shorter showers. Reducing shower time by just a few minutes can save gallons of water each day. Small changes like this help protect our natural water resources and lower our water bills.
Definitely, John. We can also reduce energy use by unplugging electronic devices when not in use. Many devices still consume energy when they're plugged in, even if they're turned off. Unplugging them can save electricity and reduce our overall energy consumption.
That's true, Emma. Another way to help is by composting food waste. Instead of throwing food scraps in the trash, we can turn them into compost. Composting enriches the soil and reduces the amount of waste going to landfills, which also reduces greenhouse gases.
Yes, composting is great. Another idea is to organize community cleanups. Working together to clean up parks, beaches, and other public spaces not only improves the environment, but also brings people together. It's a fun way to make a positive impact in our neighborhoods.
I love that idea. Emma, we can also save energy by using a programmable thermostat. This device adjusts the temperature automatically when we're not home or sleeping. It's a simple way to reduce energy use without sacrificing comfort, and it can lower our utility bills.
That's a smart solution, John. We can also focus on supporting sustainable agriculture by buying organic or locally grown food. Organic farming uses fewer chemicals, which is better for the soil and water. Plus, buying local reduces transportation pollution and supports local farmers.
Exactly, Emma. We should also encourage others to make eco-friendly choices. Whether it's talking to friends and family or sharing tips on social media, spreading awareness can inspire more people to take action. The more people involved, the bigger the positive impact.
That's a good point, John. We can also reduce waste by choosing reusable shopping bags instead of plastic ones. Plastic bags are harmful to wildlife and the environment, but reusable bags can be used over and over again, reducing the need for single-use plastic.
Yes, Emma, another way to help is by choosing energy-efficient appliances. When it's time to replace an old appliance, look for ones with an Energy Star rating. These use less energy, which not only helps the environment, but also saves money on electricity bills.
Great idea, John. We should also focus on reducing light pollution. This means turning off outdoor lights when not needed and using motion sensors to reduce energy consumption. Less light pollution helps protect wildlife and allows us to enjoy the night sky better.
That's an important point, Emma. Another way to protect the environment is by reducing paper use at home and work. We can go paperless by paying bills online, using digital notes, and sending electronic documents. Reducing paper waste helps save trees and energy.
Absolutely, John. Another tip is to recycle electronics properly. Old phones, computers, and batteries contain harmful chemicals, and recycling them ensures they don't end up in landfills. Many stores and community centers offer electronic recycling programs to help with this.
That's a great suggestion, Emma. Another simple way to save energy is by washing clothes in full loads. Running the washing machine or dishwasher only when their full use is less water and energy. This small habit can make a big difference in reducing energy consumption.
Very true, John. We can also reduce pollution by making smarter transportation choices. If public transportation isn't an option, we can try to carpool with others. Sharing rides reduces the number of cars on the road, which helps cut down on emissions and traffic.
Good point, Emma. Another step we can take is to support renewable energy. If possible, consider switching to a green energy provider or installing solar panels. Renewable energy like wind and solar power is better for the environment and reduces our reliance on fossil fuels.
I agree, John. It's also important to reduce food packaging waste. We can do this by buying in bulk and bringing our own containers to stores when allowed. This reduces the amount of plastic and packaging that ends up in landfills and helps us make more sustainable choices.
Exactly, Emma. Another way to make a positive impact is by donating or selling items we no longer need instead of throwing them away. This extends the life of products and reduces waste. Plus, it gives others a chance to reuse things that are still in good condition.
That's right, John. We can also make a habit of supporting environmentally conscious businesses. By choosing to spend our money with companies that prioritize sustainability, we help create a demand for more eco-friendly products and services, making a bigger impact.
Excellent point, Emma. Lastly, let's not forget the power of education. The more we learn about environmental issues and solutions, the more we can do to help. Sharing this knowledge with others, especially young people, can inspire future generations to take action and protect our planet.
Another way we can help the environment is by planting a garden with native plants. Native plants require less water and care because they are adapted to the local environment. They also provide food and shelter for local wildlife, helping maintain the ecosystem balance.
That's a great idea, Emma. We can also reduce the amount of waste we create by making our own cleaning products. Simple ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice are effective, non-toxic, and much better for the environment than chemical-based cleaners.
Yes, John, we can also avoid single-use plastic items like straws, cutlery, and cups. Instead, we should carry our own reusable alternatives. These small actions can reduce plastic waste in oceans and landfills, helping to protect marine life and the environment.
Absolutely, Emma. Another important thing we can do is support wildlife conservation efforts. Many organizations work to protect endangered species and their habitats. By donating or volunteering, we can help preserve biodiversity and ensure a healthier environment.
That's a great point, John. We can also reduce pollution by using natural pesticides and fertilizers in our gardens. Chemical pesticides can harm beneficial insects and pollute water supplies, while natural alternatives help keep the soil and water healthy.
Exactly, Emma. We should also make an effort to reduce the waste we generate at home by practicing the 3Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle. By being mindful of what we buy, how we use things, and recycling whenever possible, we can greatly reduce our environmental impact. Absolutely, Emma. Another key point is to avoid products that contain harmful chemicals, especially when it comes to personal care items. By choosing natural or organic products, we can reduce our exposure to harmful substances and prevent pollution of water sources.
Yes, John, we can also support local farmers markets. Buying fresh, local produce reduces the environmental impact of transportation, packaging, and storage. It also supports local farmers, boosts the local economy, and provides us with healthier, fresher food.
That's true, Emma. Another important step is to make sure we recycle properly. Many people don't realize that not all plastics can be recycled, and recycling contaminated materials can ruin an entire batch. Learning how to recycle correctly can make a big difference.
Great point, John. We can also reduce the amount of trash we produce by composting food scraps and yard waste. Composting turns organic waste into nutrient-rich soil, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers and keeping this waste out of landfills.
That's right, Emma. We should also encourage our workplaces and schools to adopt more eco-friendly practices, like reducing paper use, recycling, and conserving energy. The more places we can make sustainable changes, the bigger the impact on our environment.
Absolutely, John. Another good habit is to collect rainwater for outdoor use. By installing a rain barrel, we can reduce the amount of treated water we use for watering plants or washing cars, which helps conserve fresh water and lowers water bills.
That's a smart idea, Emma. Another way we can help is by reducing our reliance on single-use packaging. Instead of buying snacks in individual wrappers, we can buy in bulk and use reusable containers. This reduces the amount of plastic waste we generate.
Very true, John. We can also support renewable energy sources by purchasing green energy from our utility companies. Many companies offer options to buy energy from wind, solar, or other renewable sources, reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and supporting clean energy.
That's a good point, Emma. We should also try to avoid using products that contain microplastics, like some personal care products or cleaning supplies. Microplastics can end up in our oceans and harm marine life, so choosing products without them helps protect the environment.
Yes, John. We can also use public transportation whenever possible. Taking the bus, train, or subway reduces the number of cars on the road, helping to lower emissions and reduce traffic congestion. This simple change can make a big difference in urban areas.
That's right, Emma. Another way to save energy is by insulating our homes properly. Good insulation helps keep homes warm in the winter and cool in the summer, reducing the need for heating and cooling and lowering energy bills, which benefits both the environment and our wallets.
Exactly, John. Another tip is to choose products with less packaging, especially when shopping for groceries. By avoiding heavily packaged goods, we reduce the amount of waste we create, and we can even bring our own containers for bulk items when allowed.
Great point, Emma. We should also consider switching to plant-based cleaners for our homes. They are biodegradable, non-toxic, and safer for both our health and the environment. These cleaners work just as well as traditional ones without the harmful effects.
Another simple way to help the environment is by reducing food waste. We can plan our meals better and store food properly to avoid throwing it away. If we do have leftovers, we can use them for future meals or compost them instead of letting them go to waste.
That's a great point, Emma. Reducing food waste is not only good for the environment, but it also saves money. Another idea is to support eco-friendly products made from recycled materials. This helps reduce the demand for new resources and supports a circular economy.
Exactly, John. Another small change we can make is choosing energy-efficient light bulbs. LED bulbs use less energy and last longer than traditional ones. This small change in our homes can add up to big energy savings and reduce the demand for electricity.
That's a smart suggestion, Emma. We can also reduce the use of plastic by choosing reusable items for daily life, like metal straws or glass containers. These alternatives are more durable, environmentally friendly, and help us avoid the negative impact of single-use plastic.
Absolutely, John. Another way to be eco-friendly is by participating in car-free days. Once in a while, we can choose to walk or bike instead of driving. This not only helps reduce emissions, but also promotes physical activity and a healthier lifestyle.
That's a great idea, Emma. We should also think about buying second-hand or refurbished electronics instead of new ones. This reduces the demand for new resources and helps keep older devices out of landfills. Plus, it's often a more affordable option.
Yes, John, buying secondhand is a great habit. We can also extend the life of our clothes by repairing them instead of throwing them away. Simple repairs like sewing on a button or fixing a zipper can prevent unnecessary waste and save money in the long run.
That's a great tip, Emma. We can also support sustainable tourism by choosing eco-friendly travel options and accommodations. This helps protect natural environments and supports local communities, ensuring that tourism has a positive impact on both the environment and people.
Exactly, John. Another step we can take is reducing paper waste by choosing digital options whenever possible. For example, we can switch to online billing, read e-books, or use apps for taking notes. This reduces the demand for paper and helps save trees.
You're absolutely right, Emma. A final idea is to spread the word about living sustainably. By educating others and sharing tips like we've discussed today, we can inspire more people to take action. The more people who care about the environment, the greater the positive impact.
Another small but powerful change is using natural light whenever possible. Opening the curtains and letting sunlight in can reduce the need for artificial lighting. It's an easy way to save energy and improve the atmosphere in our homes.
That's true, Emma. We can also use reusable water bottles instead of buying plastic ones. Single-use plastic bottles are a major source of pollution, and by switching to reusable options, we can reduce the waste that ends up in landfills and oceans.
Absolutely, John. Another idea is to reduce meat consumption. Even just 1 or 2 meat-free days a week can help reduce the demand for meat production, which is one of the leading causes of deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions. Plant-based meals are a great alternative.
Great point, Emma. Along with reducing meat, we can also choose to buy sustainably sourced fish and seafood. Overfishing is a big problem for our oceans, but by choosing certified sustainable options, we can help protect marine life and ensure healthy ocean ecosystems.
That's right, John. We can also help by reducing our use of single-use items, like disposable coffee cups. Bringing our own reusable cups to cafes is a simple habit that cuts down on waste and helps reduce the demand for disposable products.
Exactly, Emma. We can also use rechargeable batteries instead of single-use ones. Rechargeable batteries can be used multiple times, which reduces the amount of hazardous waste going to landfills and helps conserve the resources used to make disposable batteries.
Another great tip, John, is to upcycle old items instead of throwing them away. We can get creative and turn old furniture or clothes into something new and useful. Upcycling reduces waste and gives items a second life, making it a fun and eco-friendly activity.
That's a fun idea, Emma. Another important thing we can do is reduce our carbon footprint when traveling. If we can't avoid flying, we can offset our carbon emissions by supporting reforestation projects or choosing airlines that focus on reducing their environmental impact. You're right, John. It's also important to shop wisely by choosing products that have eco-friendly certifications, such as Fair Trade or Rainforest Alliance. These certifications ensure that the products are produced sustainably and ethically, benefiting both people and the environment. Exactly, Emma. And let's not forget that even small actions, when done by many people, can create a big impact. Whether it's turning off the lights, recycling, or using reusable bags, every step we take toward a greener lifestyle helps protect our planet for future generations.
So, to all our listeners, remember that every little action counts. By making eco-friendly choices, we can create a healthier environment for ourselves and future generations. Let's all work together to protect the planet, one step at a time.
Yes, let's make these changes today and inspire others to do the same. Thanks for joining us in this important conversation. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on how we can all live a more sustainable and eco-friendly life.